Hi, good evening. My name is Alex, and I'd like to talk to you about SIUE's Veteran Services. So, I actually like to start off with a little bit of personal history. When I was a younger man, I enlisted into the Army Reserves, and one of the biggest draws to joining is their education benefits. I went off to training, and I came back, and when I tried to use those benefits when I came to SIUE the first time, I had a lot of trouble. I really couldn't find anybody to tell me where to go, what to fill out, and really how to utilize those benefits. And I ended up paying for everything out of pocket. And after a while, I left school and I went active duty to try to get better benefits before I came back. And I actually came back this semester. And to my surprise, SIUE has made significant improvements into the Veteran Services Department. And they can be categorized in three different ways: the resources, the community, and the Student Veteran Association. Now, just like everybody else, the first thing veterans have to do after they sign up for classes is to figure out how to pay for them. And that's one of the biggest jobs that the Veteran Services has. So, a quick trip over to the Student Service Center and over to the help desk for the veterans. And you ask a few questions and they point you in the right direction. It's so much easier now. So, you fill out that form, you turn it in, and you get your benefits all squared away. And actually, this time around, they have this set tuition rate. As stated on SIUE's website, this set tuition rate is for your National Guardsmen, your reservists, and your DoD employees, since their benefits work a little bit different than active duties does. And then another thing that I had found out this time around is that SIUE actually has quite a few scholarships specifically for military, veterans, their spouses, their dependents, and DoD employees. So those scholarships can actually make or break somebody's decision to go to school. A lot of veterans, when they get out of service, since they've had quite a few years to pick up some responsibilities, have families and other large expenses that they need to take care of. And while the benefits from the military for education are great, um, they really designed for single people with not a lot of responsibilities going on. And that scholarship can really, really make a difference. Now, other than the benefits and the scholarships, uh, there's also a program that will allow veterans to turn their military experiences and education into school credits. And that goes a long way in helping, you know, one ease the bank and to further along their degree without spending too much extra time in school. And it usually accounts for their general education or their health credits. Um, and then, other than the benefits, the community here at SIUE for veterans has gotten a lot better as well. And I know we talked about the Veteran Help Desk, but the Veteran Services is actually getting their own student center in the MUC this semester. And that's going to give veterans a place to really gather and have a place where they can sit and talk to other veterans and kind of figure out how the school's treating, or how school life is treating them now after getting out of the military. And it also gives them a lot easier access to their services and benefits. Um, the Veteran Services also act as liaisons for other services here at school, like the career counseling programs, your learning and disability services, and most importantly, the deployment services. So when guardsmen and reservists, when they get called to deployments or other mandatory orders and they have to leave school, Veteran Services steps in and actually really helps them figure out that issue. And then Veteran Services also acts as not a liaison, but they interact closely with the community outside of the school to help veterans. So they find things for veterans like housing and rental, emergency shelters, healthcare services, clothing and food resources, non-school related veteran services, and landlord listings. So a lot of the stuff that veterans never really had to think about while they were in the military, and now they have access to that stuff through the veteran services uh, once they get to school. Um, Now, the last thing to talk about, the Student Veteran Association, is not actually part of Veteran Services, but they're so closely related that it's hard to talk about one without the other. And doing an interview with Brad Hebert, one of the veteran coordinators here at the school, the SVA is essentially a support group for veterans because there's an age gap between traditional students and veterans. The SVA wants a way for veterans to network in the same way that fraternities, sororities, or other campus groups do, and in that respect, to interact with campus in a similar way as well. Now, in conclusion, SIUE has done a fantastic job of buffing up their veteran services, anywhere from acting as liaison for other school services to helping veterans access their benefits and really giving them a place here on campus. Because remember, just like you, we're all trying to fit in as well.